Hey guys, over the past several months, I've had the opportunity to fly several different drones from several different companies. And today, I thought we'd take a look at the S18 here. You can see that it's one of these little ones that actually fits inside of the controller, sort of. We will definitely come back to what I mean by sort of there. But I just wanted to kind of give an idea of what this drone's got and just kind of the overall experience that I've had with flying it so far. Okay, so first up, we've got the drone here, and you can see that it's actually really, really small. It'll basically, it just fits right in the palm of your hand there, and it doesn't take up much room. Now, keeping that in mind, this is more of an indoor flyer kind of thing. If you take it outside, any little gust of wind or a breeze or anything is going to throw it off course, and then, of course, you run the risk of losing it. We can start at the front, and this has actually got just a little camera right there. It's not going to be a high-res camera, but it does a good job of kind of giving you that first-person view of when you're flying. If we take a look at the back, you can see that there's actually a couple of things going on right here. Up at the top is actually the charging port. This does have a self-contained battery, so you'll have to plug this in with the included USB cable. And then right below that, there's an on-off switch. When we flip this switch, immediately, you should be able to see there it goes. You can see that it flashes red and blue, letting you know that it is on and that it's ready to be paired. And of course, up on top, we've got our 4 blades. They're labeled A and B, and of course, they're going to be diagonal from each other. So A will be diagonal to itself, and B will be diagonal to itself. And then there are these included blade guards, which I have mixed feelings on, to be completely honest. While they're a good idea in theory, after flying around my house a little bit, I found that they don't really work that well. You can see that they're pretty flimsy, but it is kind of a sense of security, if you will. Even with the blade guards on, if you're flying it around the house, and let's say you crash it and it flies under a chair or under a table or something, if it lands this way with the blade down, or if the blade does manage to hit a corner of something, there's a really good chance that one of these blades is going to come off. And that's pretty frustrating. Luckily it does come with, I think, an entire extra set. So you'll get 4 extra blades with it, which I'm really thankful for because I've already gone through 2 that I just can't find. So to go over some of the features real quick, it does have the 6-axis gyro like you would expect. It's also got a headless mode, which is kind of neat. When you turn that on, it doesn't matter which way the front of the quad is pointed. It will just, if you push forward, it goes forward, completely independently of the forward direction. Like I mentioned, it does have a camera. I think it's a 0.7 megapixel, so it's not going to be super high def, but again, it gives that feeling of like you're actually flying inside of it, and it gives more of a first-person view there. As you would expect, it does use the 2.4 gigahertz radio frequency, and then of course, in order to actually get that first-person view, you'll have to connect your phone to the Wi-Fi signal that it puts out. And then once you've done that, you can actually use the app that you'll have to download from the Play Store in order to get that first-person view on your phone. I'll go ahead and put a link to the Play Store for this particular app in the description down below. So if you're interested, go check that out. So one of the things that I really like about this quad is that while it's this big to start, you can actually fold it down and it will take up even less room. Now, the caveat to this is, while I mentioned that it will fit inside the controller for storage and for taking it places and whatnot, if you've got the blade guards on there, it will not fit. You will have to take those off, and that's a bit of a hassle because in order to make them stay, over here maybe you can see that there's a screw there, and of course there's one in each one of those that holds the blade guard in place. So if you want to store it in the controller, you will have to take the screw out. Luckily, they do provide a screwdriver, but again, it's a bit of a hassle if you want to store this in the controller. So I think that pretty much sums up the actual overview of the quad itself. Next, we'll go ahead and take a look at the controller. So this is the controller that you're going to get, and of course it's got just your typical left and right. Now the one thing I do like about this is that I've run into a lot of these that have just like if you push it down, it stays down. If you push it up, it stays up. This has actually got a spring built into it, so no matter which way on either controller it automatically takes you back to neutral when you let off, which is great if you want to do things like hover or whatever. It's nice to have that automatic return to neutral there. Down here in the bottom, we've got the on-off button there, and it beeps to let you know that it's on. Over here, we've got actually let me make sure here. Okay, so these are your different modes, whether it's beginner, intermediate, or pro. And they start at 1 and go up to 3 as far as the advanced level of them. This button here is one of the things I don't necessarily like about how this kind of quad flies. You know, I'm used to getting a quad paired up with the controller, and once it's ready to go, you just push up on the throttle and it goes. Here, you actually have to push the start and stop button, and as soon as you press that button, the blades start spinning. I don't necessarily like that functionality. Maybe that's how drones normally operate, but I'm not a big fan of that particular method of taking off. Also, you use that same button to make the blades shut off, make the motors stop spinning, and that can be kind of a hassle. I guess there's also another way that you can do that. If you're flying and you need to make the quad stop what it's doing, you can press and hold the throttle down for about 3 seconds, and it'll cut the motors. Now, the problem that I have with that is that if you're in a bad situation or it's stuck somewhere, sometimes cutting those motors off can be very crucial to not burn the motor out, to not break a blade, to not lose a blade, whatever. And having to hold the throttle down for 3 seconds can really be a matter of life and death as far as a motor or a blade is concerned. Like I said, I've flown this thing a few times over the last few days, and once I got past its own little idiosyncrasies or the way this thing flies, probably by design, I learned that it's actually not so bad. I'm getting better as far as maneuvering it around the house, and the more I fly it, the more I enjoy just doing that, just flying it. So I will have a link to this on Amazon down in the description below. It is a non-affiliate link, so go ahead and check that out if you get a chance. And I would love to know, what is it you look for in a quad? Do you look for a big quad, a small quad? Does it need to have a camera? What kind of features and functions do you look for when you're looking for something to fly around? I'd love to know about that in the comment section down below. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there. I do appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. It really does mean a lot to me that people take the time out of their day to see what I have to say about a particular product. And again, thank you a ton for that. If you're new here, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. I've got lots of new content coming out very soon, and you won't want to miss that. Also, if you want to hit the little bell icon, that'll make sure that you get notified as soon as I release a new video. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button. That actually helps more than you may realize. The more interaction a YouTuber gets on their videos, the more attention it will get as far as the YouTube algorithm is concerned, and the more interaction I get, hopefully the more views I get. So do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, maybe share this with a friend, put it on your social media, whatever the case may be. Thank you for doing that, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.